So Hunter Biden appeared in front of a closed-door congressional session today. He actually showed up this time, which is nice. Now, the Democrats from day one have called this a witch hunt and a fishing operation, which I find rich, coming from the same party that has been deep-sea fishing on Trump since the day he walked into the White House. My only question, I guess, if there's nothing to hide, Hunter, Joe, all you people in the Biden syndicate, what are you hiding? Comer agreed with me.
This has been a very difficult investigation. This administration has been very obstructive. They haven't been cooperative. I feel like we're having to battle the Department of Justice and the FBI on a daily basis to get basic information. Many of our witnesses that we brought in would be what I would consider hostile witnesses. But at the end of the day, I think with every interview, we've learned new information. And the basis of what we've learned is that the Bidens didn't have a legitimate business. Their business was selling access to Joe Biden, the brand.
Well, of course it was. Everybody knew that. I mean, sure, Hunter is a lawyer, but he's never amounted to anything. He's never litigated a case or had any profound impact on any policy that made anything better for anyone other than himself and his family. He was addicted to drugs and lied about it on a federal gun form. Not exactly the type of lawyer I wouldn't hire. He runs around the world collecting huge bags of cash for matters he knows nothing about. And it's not just him. His whole family was in on this. We know this. James Comer explained that the last time Hunter was supposed to appear and didn't show up.
First, Northern International Capital, a Chinese company associated with CEFC, wired $5 million to Hudson West 3, a joint venture established by Hunter Biden and a CEFC associate. Then Hudson West 3 sent $400,000 to an entity owned and controlled by Hunter Biden. Next, Hunter Biden wired $150,000 to Lion Hall Group, a company owned by James and Sarah Biden. Sarah Biden then withdrew $50,000 in cash from Lion Hall Group. Later the same day, she deposited it into her and James Biden's personal checking account. A few days later, Sarah Biden cut a check to Joe Biden for $40,000.
I've never withdrawn $50,000 in cash for any. I mean, look, and then you've got Eric Swalwell. Eric Swalwell, of all people, going out there and defending the Biden syndicate anyway.
What's really embarrassing, and I use the word secondhand embarrassment because that's what we witnessed in there, is they're so desperate to humiliate the president that they started asking the president's son personal details about a divorce that happened almost 10 years ago.
This guy talking about embarrassment? I mean, oh my God. This guy is his own embarrassment. He was sleeping with a Chinese spy, has been carrying water for far-left Democrats since he got into office, and was just caught spending over 20 grand of campaign money to attend the world's worst halftime show 2 weeks ago. I mean, spare me your opinion on embarrassment, Mr. Swalwell. Yes, they might have asked about a divorce from 10 years ago on Crimea River. First, and this is, I'm assuming this because I wasn't in the room, folks, but this is likely to be the establishment of evidence. Now, I'm sure they asked about a divorce to establish some sort of timeline around a variety of different subjects that I'm sure we'll find out in the next coming days. Anybody with half a brain and some legal experience, you would think a lawmaker would have some of that, they would know this, but it's Eric Swalwell, I guess. This guy went on.
They're doing all this, by the way, when we're just days away from the government shutting down. We're critically in need of funding for Ukraine, the humanitarian crisis over in the Middle East, and more security and a broader immigration plan in this country. They're wasting time, squandering an opportunity to do that.
Critically in need of funding for Ukraine. That's the first thing that a U.S. congressman mentions? American citizens are being murdered by illegal migrants, citizens plural, by the way, that your party let in, Eric Swalwell. Your president, not mine anymore, I can't stand the guy. Your president literally welded border gates open. I know, they fact-checked that and they said, oh, it's actually just welded open for hurricane season. That's not true, and you know it. It doesn't even make any sense. But Eric Swalwell, all you can muster up is the number 3 item in the thing that you listed off that we need to keep the government open for, not for the VA or for soldiers or for any other reason, but broader immigration plan. That's what you came up, that's why we need to fund the government? How about just shut down the border? You guys impeached Trump over a phone call where he asked about the very thing that we now know to be true as part of all of James Comer's investigation. And to cover it up, you arrested, or I should say the FBI arrested, the FBI informant who provided some of that information. You said it was false. It's clearly not. Then you let him go. Then you arrested him again. Look, where there's smoke, there is fire. Eric Swalwell can spin this any way he wants, but if the roles were reversed, if Donald Trump had obstructed his investigation as much as the DOJ and the FBI and the various other organizations are right now on behalf of Joe Biden, they would have impeached him again for that as well.